Good morning class, I am an economics teacher and we are dealing with the chapter secondary sector. In the last class, in the last video, we saw about the what are the achievements of or what are the role of small scale and cotton industry. Today we are here to discuss on or to put our points on what is the problems faced by SSI and cotton industry, that is CI. SSI means small scale industries and CI means cotton industries. So today we will see the challenges or the problems which our small scale or the cotton industry faces. It's on page number 93. Page number 93. The first one is some of the basic problems which are faced by the small scale industries and cotton industries are. The first one is organizational deficiencies. There is an organizational deficiency. Organizational deficiency means they do not have the basics of, or they do not have the talent, or they do not have the etiquettes of the professional life, because they have never been to such professional field. They have started this small scale or cotton industries work from their home, from their domestic level. So they do not have the experience of professional qualities. So basic officer like qualities or the professional qualities are lacking, which overall lacks the organizational deficiencies, or which overall creates a problem for an organization to work like a bigger organization. The first problem is organizational deficiencies. Organizational deficiencies. The second problem is lack of capital resources. Lack of capital resources. The second problem is lack of capital resources. Now, lack of capital resources means since small scale and cotton industries, both of them start their work with a very small amount of capital, with a very small amount of money. So, whenever they wish to expand their business, whenever they want to explore, whenever they want to move to the bigger organization or explore their business, expand their business, they do not have the sufficient capital. The reason is they are more dependent on the private persons who give the loan but at a higher rate of interest, which again creates a problem for them. Means they do not have the proper channel for getting a loan for the business purpose, or if they wish to expand, they do not have the rich where they could afford or where they could get the loan at a cheaper rates. Small industries have limited capital resources at their disposal. Moreover, they fail to get cheap credit facilities. In many cases, required credit is obtained from non-institutional sources at high rates of interest. Now, non-institutional sources are basically the local money lenders. Local money lenders are known to be non-institutional credit lenders. And who are the organizational or the institutional credit lenders? Basically, bank is termed to be as institutional credit lenders, because bank whenever gives the loan to the basic business holders, it gives with the aim of, with the priority of that this fund is going to be used for the development of the economy and development of the society. That is why the rates of the loans are very cheap compared to the non-institutional creditors. The third point is marketing and sales problem. Now, this is a big problem. You have a product ready, but you don't know where to sell it out or whom to sell it out. So, this is a big problem, marketing and sales problem. Marketing and sales problem. Marketing and sales problem means you have a ready-made product, you have prepared your product is ready and it's ready to be sold out. But whom to sell it out and how to do the promotion, what are the techniques or what are the methods which could be applied for the promotion. Unless and until a product is promoted, it is not going to be sold out. So promotion is an or advertisement is a very important part of a product which actually increases the sale. So here in a small scale industries and cotton industries, since they have limited capital, they cannot spend that capital in the promotion or marketing of the product. So this becomes a challenge, this becomes a difficult task for them to promote their product. So whatever they produce, they are ended up to sell to a local market only. They do not go to a bigger market, they do not go to other parts of the state or other parts of the country because of lack of capital. The fourth problem is competition from large industries. Competition from large industries. See, large industries are always eyeing at small industries. They keep a closer look at these small industries. Whatever small industries produce, the large industries try to capture the market of that particular product. This becomes a problem for them because they have a limited fund, they have a limited manpower, they have a limited techniques of production. So when the large competitors enter into the market, they become obsolete one. They are forced to move out of the work, or they are forced to wind up the work because the large industries have a huge amount of capital. They invest in big amount, and they actually capture the market side, or they actually occupy the market. And ultimately, these industries or these small scale or cotton industries are moved out. So this becomes a problem when the large industries start competing with them. The fifth one is page 194. The fifth point is non-availability of raw materials. See, raw materials are not easily available. Raw materials are not easily available. Non-availability of non-availability of raw materials. From the beginning onwards, we have been seeing that these local people or these small scale industries or the cotton industries are basically dependent for the raw materials from the local market, from the local areas wherever the business resides. Wherever they do their business, they are dependent to that particular place only for the supply of the raw materials. But that becomes difficult when the industry starts growing. When the small scale or cotton industry starts growing itself, it becomes difficult for them to get the ready-made materials. So it becomes another challenge for them to get the raw materials at the cheapest level. The price factor is a very important part in the success of any business. If a business has to succeed, it has to get the basic ingredients, inputs of the raw material at the cheapest rate. So when the raw materials are to be purchased from far off places, it becomes costly for them. It becomes costly for the business, be it a small business or a big business. It becomes costly for them. So the local raw material sometimes becomes non-available, which creates a problem for small scale and cotton industries. The sixth point is problem of taxation. I'll just rub this off. The sixth point is problem of taxation. See, whatever work you do, you are in the eyes of the government. You are in the eyes of income tax and sales tax. You cannot escape them. You cannot escape them. Rather, you will have to be forced. You will be forced to pay the amount that you generate as a part of profit, whether it is small scale business or a big large industry business, you have to pay the taxes. There you cannot skip, or there the government cannot give you any sort of liberty. So the problem is the profit margins of the small and micro enterprises are lower in comparison to large industries. So they find it difficult to bear the burden of heavy taxation. Now taxation is a burden only, but at the same time it is required by the government. It is needed by the government for the development and the progress of the country. Whenever a country wishes to explore, whenever a country wishes to develop, it is dependent on the fund which is generated from the taxation part. So taxation is an important source of money for the economy. The seventh point is lack of technological innovations. Lack of technological innovations. Technological innovations. Lack of technological innovations means since in a small scale and cottage industry, funds are very limited, the capital is very limited, the money is very limited. They do not give the money for exploration, for the innovative purposes. What happens in large industries? In a large industry or a bigger industry, there is a special team hired by the entrepreneurs named as R&D, Research and Development. There is a department called R&D department, that is Research and Development department. Now the work of R&D department or Research and Development department is to look wherever the price can be reduced and what are new methodology or new technology can be upgraded so that the overall costing of the product gets reduced. So this is the work of Research and Development unit. They are basically inclined towards reducing the overall cost of a product so that the profit margin can be increased. That is the case of a big industry. But in case of large industries, where the fund is very limited, they cannot hire a person, they cannot hire an expert who will find out, who will look at the survey, or who will create a market for the innovative product. So whatever work is to be done, it is to be done by the small group of people only. So innovative thinking ends over here. That is what it says. Lack of technological innovations. No technological improvement is there, no technological innovation is there, no new resources are used, no new technology is upgraded. So that ends up to failure only, and that is why the cottage and the small scale industries have not been able to improve their conditions. Rather, their conditions have been deteriorating every now and then. 8th point is managerial difficulties. It is very similar to the first point, which was organizational deficiencies. The 8th point is almost same. It says managerial deficiencies. They do not have the managerial techniques or managerial techniques or the methodology how to manage a resource, how to manage a sales, how to increase the profit, how to increase the profit margin. They do not have these techniques because they are not expert. They are not an expert. They are learning and growing. Whereas in large industries, the experts are hired after an experience of so and so years. But here, the persons have begun themselves and they have been learning after creating every mistake. So here they lack the managerial expertise. The point is managerial difficulties. This is managerial difficulties. Here the managers are not very expert. They have been managing, but they are not the real manager who is seen in the big industries or large industries where the managers come after experience of so many years and then they become manager. But here the manager starts from the day one without having any prior experience of the work. They are manager. So that is why it creates a conflict in the growth of the economy and the growth of the business. 19 other problems. Apart from these 8 problems, there are certain other problems like These units face problem with delayed payments by large size industries and government departments. Sometimes the materials were supplied, the finished products were supplied, but the funds have not been released from the government side. It takes time. Now, since these small units, small scale industries, they have a limited fund. That is only they are rotating. They put in the business, they invest in the business, they sell and then again earn and then again invest. This is the cycle goes on. Investment and the product is sold out, profit is shared and again the investment is made. So this cycle goes on. Now sometimes what happens, there is a stop in one cycle. Like for example, the product is the investment has been made, the product is ready, it is sold out. But the money has not come from that side, means that either from the government side or from the customer side. That actually blocks the cycle. Or there is a reduction in the movement of the cycle, which actually creates a failure for the whole economy or for the whole business. Whereas this problem is not there in the large industries, because they have a second hand fund, means one fund which is invested and second fund which is ready to be invested. They have two types of fund. So that is why the large industries do not go through the same problems which the small scale or the cottage industries go through. The second problem is these units also face problem of accommodation. Their owners are supposed to start units in rented accommodations. See, accommodation is the place where the goods are stored, or you can call it as godowns. Since these small unit owners or small scale industries have a very small unit of production, so they do not have any fixed portion or a proper place where the work can be begun or where the product can be stored. So that is why they face the problem of storage. So they have to purchase a rented house or a rented shop wherein they can store the ready-made product or the prepared product. And if it takes time to sell out, it is going to create a problem, or it creates a problem for the small scale and cottage industries, which leads to overall failure of the business. So this was about the problems of the small scale and cottage industries. Tomorrow we will see about the large industries. What are large industries and how do they work? Out of 10 points, 8 direct and 2 are indirect points, that is the additional points. You can quote down any 6 of them. This question basically comes in the long question answer. Mention the problems which are faced by the small scale and the cottage industry. So you can jot down any 5 or 6 points and you can explain them. Thank you, class.